Okay, I want to do another video here basically on maintaining the database. This is for people that's got it and entering corners and stuff like that. So most of that's taken care of here with the utilities. And the database is designed to where you can't duplicate corners to keep from having several references for the same corner. So before a corner goes in, you do this enter check new corner record. So if somebody comes in and they filled out a corner record form, like in this case here, I'll bring one over. Here's a form that somebody's brought in, and I've just made up a dummy record, but for section 20, one north, one west, and they get a corner code of N05. So we'll go in here. We're going to check and see if we've got that one north, one west, and case doesn't matter here, so we're going to look for N05. We're going to run the check. And see, it tells you here that the record for this corner does not exist in this database, so it tells you what to name it. 59, one north, one west, because 59 is a county, N05. Which, if you notice here, I've already scanned this record in, and there's the name right there. So I've scanned that record in, I've got it ready to go. It's not in the database. And I would save that in that 59 corners directory, which we talked about in an earlier video. So from here we can search for, we can just go straight to the corner record entry form. And if you notice, this is already put in one north, one west in the corner code. So from here we've just got to put in the county number, the date entered, the thing will come up, and we'll put today's date. We'll put surveyor in. This happened to be section 20 corner, and let's see, it said that was a stone found, so we'll just make a quick description. Northwest corner, stone. It just has to be a rough description because the reference is going to have all that. And any remarks you want to put here, first entry by whoever's maintaining the database, whatever you want to do there. Now down here in this particular one here, we don't have a state plane coordinate on it, and no photos. But if there was a state plane coordinate, this thing right here will convert to Latin long. Uses the CourseCon engine, which I'll just put, for instance, 1232242. That's about what we're at here, northing. Now if you do this, see, that's going to convert it to Latin long. If you was to check this box, that means this is a survey grade coordinate, which it obviously is not. Of course, it could be 0.123 and 0.123 converted again, and I could check that. And when you export this to a KML file, Google Earth file, the fact that this checked means it will publish that coordinate. When you click on that blue triangle, this coordinate will be displayed. If this is not checked, you will get a green circle. The coordinates north and east, as I talked about before, will not be displayed, but it'll still be displayed in Google Earth. The fact is you got Latin long here, but it will not be, the coordinate won't be published. So since this is not, I'm not going to check that, and we'll get everything in here. I'm going to hit save. It's going to ask if you're sure, so you save that. Now the other case is, of course, that record will not come up when the database is fired up. So the other case is, let's go for where we do have a record. One north, one west. Let's go to the northwest of 21. So it'd be N09. So N09. I think that record's in there. Yeah, now see, now you get this warning: the database already contains a record for this corner, and this is where it can be found, and this is the file name of it. Now your options is to search for another record, or if somebody's brought in and say, hey, I found this corner and I've got some more information for it. So you can edit the existing information. This record's not going to go away, but it's going to be appended to. So when you go to this, there's a warning that you're editing the existing record, and this one was turned in as 16 1 north, N09 southwest corner, and it does have state planes on it. So if you wanted to edit this, you could go up here and say, see, this was a cast iron monument, new record, cast iron monument removed and replaced with capped rebar. And like I say, I'm just making this up here, but so now we've got a record. We already have existing record in it that says we have a cast iron monument there. Now somebody's brought in a record say that this cast iron monument's gone, and they've got a rebar there. So I made it easy to merge records. So this is a new feature of the database. Used to, you'd have to go in there and scan these records in, combine them in Adobe Pro, and then put the record back in the database. But here, if you can click Add File or Record, and you notice it comes up, and it's already got the record filled in, the one we're going to add the file to. So now we just got to go out and we scan this new file in as a temporary file. So just go out to the corner record. Okay, see if I go back and find that record. There it is. And it's just going to tell you that I found a temporary, I call this temporary one, a PDF file. So it's okay. Now I merge these files, and it's going to come up and show you there's the original record, and there's that bogus record that I attached to it. But the point being that this original record would have been there calling for cast iron monument. This new record that the guy brought in, or whoever brought in, would have this information in here. So you close that out, hit exit this, save this new record, and there you've saved the record. And the point of this is the record could potentially be 15 or 20 pages. I would hope you don't have that kind of corner turnover in your county, but we don't. The historical chain of that corner is always maintained, so we just add to it, and that's the reason for this, running this corner check every time you enter a corner in the database. So this is basically how you enter a new corner or check for an existing corner, but however you do it, it always starts out right here. So this way you make sure if that corner exists or not. We'll look for this corner. Doesn't exist, you can go right to it, it's filled out, and by the way, when it tells you that too, when it tells you it doesn't exist, the file name is given for you right there, so you can scan that record in and go right from there. So once you scan it in, put that record in front of you, go to the corner entry form, and put it in from there. So I'm going to end this one here. We'll come back and we'll talk about existing corner records, like you can go back in and add state plane to ones that don't have it. We've got quite a few here that do. Add edit survey records, we'll go back and talk about that. This is only going to be populated for your township, so it's pretty straightforward, but I'll talk about that in another video. So I'll get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.